All right, hey y'all. Hey, we are back for another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas. We are actually at the season 1 finale. Okay, let's just get right into it because there is a lot to get through. There's a lot I still have questions about. Let's just talk about it. All right, so Zach shows up at the exact moment that the crazy lady's brother breaks into Karen's room. So as soon last episode, Karen barricaded herself in the room because the Aaron's sister's brother was there to kill her. All right. So everybody's getting into a fight. There's a scuffle. Zach and Aaron's brother-in-law get into it, and Zach gets stabbed in the stomach. Okay. And then Karen jumps up and she's looking for her pistol, and she pumps his ass full of lead. I mean, she shoots the shit out of him, maybe 4 or 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. She shoots the hell out of that lady's brother, which is to be expected because he was there on a mission to kill Karen for killing his sister. We all know that his sister killed himself. So obviously, at this point, I have come to the conclusion that their whole family is filled with lunatics, and that happens on occasion. But I'm sure the brother is never coming back at this point. He's not dead. We'll get into that later, but he's definitely been shot multiple times. So Karen shoots the shit out of him, and she's just distraught about the fact that she has had to shoot somebody at this point, which I would kind of be distraught after the fact as well. But I mean, girl, it was going to be you or him, so I wouldn't feel too bad afterwards. Yeah, Laura shows up after all of it, which is Karen's mom, and she shows up, and Zach is kind of fading out of it. His stab wound is kind of getting the best of him, and he has been hurt pretty fast. Karen's mom makes her take him to the hospital. She says that she'll stay with the dead crazy lady's brother. I don't know nobody's names. That's who they are. And he starts moving, and she was like, "Oh shit! Like, he ain't dead. You're still alive." Okay, so Andy is at the police station, and the attorney shows up to help her once again. The same attorney who was supposed to help her episodes ago, but Gary was so jealous and inundated with the fact that she knows somebody of the opposite sex that he didn't allow the guy to help him. Now he has no options, so dude has to help him out this time. And he was definitely there to help him out again because I guess he figured he owed Andy the favor, so he's there to help him out. So Andy assumes, he says, "Hey, I want to talk to you right quick before I help you." And she assumes every time somebody wants to help me, they want to take me on a date or they want something from me. He's like, "No, I don't want anything from you. All I want to know is what the fuck happened to you. Like, why are you defending him? Like, have you, vetted him as a person? Are you vetting these people that you're dating? Like, what's up?" And she's like, mind your business. Basically, is you gonna help or is you ain't? Is you or is you ain't? And he makes the call, and Gary's gonna be bailed out in a matter of minutes. He knows somebody this high up. He makes the call, and as soon as the paperwork goes through, Gary is going to be set free. So and he just wants to know how she ended up in this situation. She's not interested in answering. And he just tells her, you need to vet people a little bit more carefully. Why can't I say that? A little bit more carefully before you date them. So it seems like the private investigator, Morris, Fatima, the old assistant, and this lawyer has told Andy, you need to vet Gary. That's way more than you need to know. Like, they're telling you that you need to vet this dude, and you're just still so inundated with being in love. Okay, girl, sure. Andy, you have drove me to drinking. It's official. Got a little bit of Stella Rose Peach on deck for this video because I need it. All right, so moving on. So Gary, he makes bail, or I don't even think they need bail. He's made the call, and the paperwork is going through. And there's obviously a lot more rumors out there flying around about Gary that Andy does not seem to know anything about. All right, so back at Sabrina's house, Calvin has sobered up, and they leave on a very good note, kisses and hugs and da-da-da-da. That's definitely a good place to end with the whole Sabrina Calvin saga because it was becoming a bit too much. Please forgive me if you hear the sounds of nature because I am sitting out on the patio because I want to. I don't really have no wonderful explanation as to why. I just want to sit outside today. So yeah, so Calvin and Sabrina are leaving things in a good note in the season finale. When he leaves, she immediately calls Andy, to kind of see what's going on. Because Sabrina, we know Sabrina works at the bank, and she got an alert on Andy's account, telling her that there was a considerably large amount of money posted into her account. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's $14 million was transferred into Andy's account, and she wants to know what the fuck is going on. And Andy tells her it's for Gary. Don't worry about it. I'll explain it to you later. Whatever, whatever. Sabrina ain't hearing it, but she lets her go because she said they'll finish the conversation later. My thing is, y'all need to stop letting Andy off the hook. Andy is getting by with these crocodile tears, and she's just so her naivety and the fact that she's all these other things are giving her a premise to be dumb. Like at some point, you can't be this successful, wonderful person and be naive. And the fact that somebody's telling you these cheap ass lies. I mean, the lies are very cheap. Gary's giving you abuser. Gary's giving me con man. Gary's giving me all these things, and this is in the first 3 episodes. How are you not aware, Andy? And Mrs. Genius, she's one of those people that old people call book smart and don't have street smarts, girl. Come on now. Come on, do better. But I digress. Again, I digress. So we're letting off the hook yet again. Sabrina's letting off the hook yet again. Karen and Zach are at the hospital, and she asks Zach why was he even there in the first place, because the last time she spoke to him, she let him know, never come back here again, we're done, it's not going to work. And he says that he kind of wanted to have a conversation with her, so they get into that conversation in this moment. And she tells him to, stop wanting to do better and to just do it. Basically, like, you've been wanting to do better for a long time. You keep using, your setbacks as a crutch. Want to be better and do it. Stop talking about it. That's basically how that conversation ended. But she also tells him that she wants to explore what things will be like with preacher dude Aaron. Just because I feel like they've exhausted all that could be exhausted in the Zach Karen saga, and I think that is fair. Unfortunately, Zach is going to hold the fact that he saved her life. He's going to hold that as a reason to, I've done this wonderful, miraculous thing for you. We should still be together. And I thought that would have been enough for Karen to kind of fall back in with Zach, but she has a good point. She wants to move on. She's thankful. She's always gonna love him. All this other good stuff. But yeah. Once that conversation is over, the cop comes in. She tells the cop everything that happened, and the cop is want to know what happened. He heard what happened at her house, I guess by way of being at the hospital, because he said they went to her house, and she said, her mom's there with the body. She, left the body back at the house, and the cop tells her, ain't nobody at the house, and there's no body, no person, no nothing at your house. So yeah, then there's that. All right, so Andy and Gary are driving home from the police station, precinct, jail, whatever. And he thanks her for helping him out. All right. And then she asks him if he's telling her everything, just because she's gotten yet another clue as, you need to watch out for Gary. And he says yes. He claims yes, so he gets attitude about it. He says he's tired. And again, he is let off the hook without having to further explain himself. Yeah. All right. So Sabrina meets up with Danny at the bar. Danny is drunk as shit. She's so mad because she looks across the club and she sees Cowboy. He's at the club with another girl. Mind you, Danny has told him, don't sweat me too much. Don't call me too much. Don't text me too much. So he's taking that as law. Like, that's what you asked me to do. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. So he's on a date with somebody that wants to be called, communicated, and all these other things. She's drunk. She's drunk as a skunk, and she's just venting or whatever. And then Danny, starts cutting up, start getting mad at Cowboy. But he's, over there on his side. He don't know what's going on. But Sabrina looks across the room, and she spies Alonzo, Mr. Alonzo, the same Alonzo that she met at this club earlier, which I learned in this episode that the bar that they frequent, he actually owns that bar. Alonzo is also the guy that beat Maurice within an inch of his life for being who he is. And She goes over him and she starts getting mad, like, how are you out? And he was like, it's bail, duh. And she's like, you're the type of person that beats up on people just because they're gay, and you're a whole person. She's just basically reading him for filth. And she's giving him all the smoke. She want all the smoke with Alonzo. And he told her that he makes bail, and he's just talking mad trash to her, just talking shit. But then he kind of flexes his power. He's like, you know what, this is my club. I can get security to put you out, blah, 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 blah. And he throws a drink on her, and Miss Sabrina did what I didn't think she was going to do. Sabrina hit that bitch with a bottle. Sabrina hit Alonzo across the head with a bottle. Knocked him smooth the fuck out. I don't think he was knocked out, but she got her point across. She hit him with a bottle, and then Danny jumps on him, and so Danny and Sabrina are jumping on him. Then Cowboy comes from the other side of the club, and then he starts beating him up, and then everybody gets thrown the fuck out. Everybody. I mean, people that even had nothing to do with the fight. They cleared the club out, and Alonzo locked the door, shut the shit down. That's it. And Sabrina's like, you know what? She calls the bouncers by name. She's like, I know you up here all the time. Don't put me out. It's him. He's trash. Whatever. So Sabrina, round of applause to you, because I did not think you had. I didn't think you have it in. I didn't have it in. I didn't think you had it in you to nuck if he was buck. And sis, you did me proud. You did me proud. You did a good job with standing up for your friend. Some people just need to be hit in the head with a bottle. That's just is what it is. And Alonzo is one of those people. So yeah, Sabrina went out with a bang, and she did right by me. Yeah. So, the cowboy jumps on her, gets put out. Sabrina wiles out for the first time. Cowboy walks up to Danny to see if she's okay, and she goes off on him because he's on a date with the girl, and he tells her, he's confused because of her mixed messages, and he didn't think that she cared. And we get back to, yes, she does, that she didn't mean whatever, and they leave. Sabrina and his date. All right, so back at the hospital, Aaron rushes in the room with Zach and Karen, and Zach wants him out of the room, and he's like, why are you here? This ain't about you at this moment. So Zach asks Karen Zach asks Karen a great question. He says, Karen, if you want somebody, because when she listens to her things that she needs in a man, she wants somebody to make her feel safe and all these other things. So Zach asks her, hey, if you want somebody who makes you feel safe, but ever since you've been in contact with Aaron, your life has been anything but safe. His wife has killed himself. His brother has tried to kill you. There's just been a lot of unsafe instances that have been happening, which, guy's got a point. The brother trying to kill her. And we also found out that, just all these other things that don't kind of correlate with what Karen wants. And, she lets Zach know, like, hey, you just sit back and be quiet. I'll talk to Aaron outside and whatever. All right. So in this scene, we also find out that Laura is a bad bitch. Laura decided, oh, this man came to kill my daughter. She shot him. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take him back to his family because Aaron's wife's funeral was the same day. So she threw this shot up brother on the back of her motorcycle and drove him to the funeral, dropped him off at the funeral, and told his family if he comes back again, he won't be alive when I bring him back. That's what I'm talking about. You trying to kill my daughter. That's not my problem at this point. She did you a solid. She got you some help because you wouldn't have gotten help at Karen's because you would have been in there bleeding out. So she did you a solid. So if I were you, Mr. Brother, I wouldn't take my ass back around to people's house. But yeah. All right, so Gary and Andy are lying in the bed, and he wants to get up and they want to take a drive. His phone rings and it's work stuff. So he goes in the bathroom and he's on the phone. He goes to take a shower, but he takes his phone with him. And at this point, Andy takes the opportunity to look through that folder that the private investigator gave to her while he's in the shower. And just then the private investigator calls her again and says, don't trust them. They're coming for you. Get Molly, you in danger. And she's just not getting a fucking clue. She's just sitting there, help me, say something. Can I get more information? She done gave you the folder with everything you need, and you still being a dumb bitch. Still be a dumb bitch, Andy. I'm sorry. Sorry, but you are. All right. So, um, she really wants Andy not to trust them, but at this point, it's too late. She and his invested. She's tangled in the mess that is Gary and Jasmine. So it is what it is. You tried your best, private investigator, and now you can do, girl. All right. So, um, what else? What else happened? What else? All right. So back at Danny, she's handcuffed the cowboy to the bed and doesn't want him to vanish into the night like he had did previously. Girl, Danny, good night. All right, Andy, this is the final shebang for season one. And the way that season one ended definitely gives me confirmation that there will be a season two. I don't remember seeing anything on their social medias confirming a season two, but it's gonna be a season two. Whenever we, get off house arrest, so the world opens back, or when the world opens back up, we'll be getting ready for season two, and hopefully Gary falls off a cliff at this point. But all right, so let's finish this. Estella Rose Peach is amazing. All right, so Andy is blindfolded, and they show up to this quaint little house in the country, and they're about 2 hours outside of Atlanta. And Gary's telling her, all these dreams that he has for the house, and he's so excited, and he's just giving all the details and talk about the house. But while they're doing that, Andy's kind of playing in her mind. She's playing all of these warning signs about Gary that she's had up until now, to include, even though Jasmine is batshit crazy herself, Jasmine told her like he's going to seclude you from everything. He wants to control you, and then lo and behold, he shows up with this quaint little house 2 hours away from everything. Wants you to quit your job and just be a stay-at-home mom and make new friends. Basically cutting you off from everybody, just like Jasmine has told you. So she's playing all these warning signs in her head, and she lets Gary know, like, I appreciate your effort, blah blah blah, whoop de whoop, but I don't want to live out here. Like, I'm not interested. I don't want to live out here. I'm a career girl. I'm a city girl. It's just not in the cards for me. She don't want to be there at all, right? Well, while they're there talking, the cops around them. Not just any old, not just, oh, no, not DeKalb County cops. No. The FBI pops out the woods and surrounds them. The FBI done popped out the woods, child, this little house. The FBI done popped out, and Gary is yelling, oh, she don't know nothing about this. She don't have nothing to do with any of this. Blah, blah, blah. But they still make her get on the ground as well. In her little pumps and couture gowns and whatever else she had on, she still had to get on the ground. And Gary is arrested for all types of fraud and racketeering and just all types of white collar crimes, honey. And the FBI agent tells Andy that they have been watching Gary for months. And she lets him know, like, hey, yeah, if you've been watching her for months, then you should know that this is Jasmine's doing. Like, she probably set him up and let her know, like, hey, Jasmine don't have nothing to do with this. But not only does Jasmine have nothing to do with this, his first wife. Yep, you heard me. Gary's first wife doesn't have nothing to do with this. So Gary has a whole first wife that Andy doesn't know nothing about, and I'm assuming Jasmine don't know nothing about. So there's another lady that can give Andy more information about Mr. Gary. Bitch, you wouldn't have had to tell me anything else after that. But I know we are, because it's Andy, and we got season 2 coming at some point. Okay, so neither of his first 2 wives has anything to do with the FBI watching him. Okay. And they let her know, like, in order to help yourself get out of the situation, you need to testify against Gary. You need to help yourself. And she is interested in helping Gary, so much so that the FBI agent tells her, okay, if you don't want to help us, you're on your own. Everything that is tied to you and him are coming with us, to include your bank account. All $14 million that was in that account is coming with us. And she said, no, sir. I had $300,000 in there of my personal money. I don't know where you get $14 million from. And then I said, no, everything in that account is gone. No dollars, no cents, no pennies. Gone. All right. Not only that, but the apartment has somehow gotten tied in with Gary, so she now has no place to go. The car that they drove out there on is Gary's, which has been confiscated upon his arrest, so that is gone as well. Also everything in that car belongs to them: her purse, her wallet, and her phone. So she cannot get anything out of that car. They are 2 hours away at this house that Gary bought that she knows nobody yet. So, because she will not cooperate, and because she's so irate and interested in helping Gary, guess what she get to do? She get to walk her monkey ass 2 hours back to Atlanta. 2 hours back to Atlanta. Now, in this moment, I knew. This just solidified for me that Andy is crazy. Okay, you're not even crazy. You just like any old person that is so in love that you are not willing to believe logic and reason. And as a result, you have lost everything, baby girl. You lost your job, you lost your apartment, you lost your savings, you lost your phone, you lost your pocketbook. Girl, you done lost everything. You done lost your good knees because you done got scraped up in the gravel when they was arresting y'all, when they was arresting him. So that is it. It has been a long, tumultuous ride, but I still have questions because who's the first wife? Um, can Alonzo get busted in the head with a bottle again? Um, can Danny stop being so insecure now that somebody has confirmed that she can't be secure? Um, who else? Maurice, we're assuming he made a full recovery. Uh, Sabrina and Calvin. I don't even want to talk about that in season 2. To be honest, I don't. I cannot. Karen. So it will be interesting to see what the Karen and the preacher dude. I'm gonna have to learn his name if he's gonna be in season 2. Aaron. It's gonna be interesting to see, how Karen and Aaron. Oh, how cute! 2 Aarons. How Karen and Aaron are gonna get along in season 2. How that's gonna work out, and how that's gonna affect Zach. Whether that's gonna push him to be something better, or if he's just gonna let that continue to be a reason for him to be trash. So that has been season 1, the finale of Tyler Perry's Sistas on BET. It has been one hell of a ride. If I am not mistaken, there is a new series coming out called Brothers. I don't know. I don't know if I should review that because is that not my lane? Because I'm not a man. I don't know. I think I'm gonna watch the first episode just to see if I can get into it. I couldn't get into the Oval good enough to review it, so kaputs. So I will see y'all in whatever the next one is. We got a few more How to Get Away with Murders. I've been on the lookout for some more shows, but a few people are still watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks for being there with me. Let me know what you think. Peace.